Ever heard someone say it's raining cats and dogs? Or let the cat out of the bag? Makes no sense, right? Well, guess what? These wacky sayings are called idioms. And once you hear the stories behind them, you'll never forget.
Whiskers the cat and Bruno the dog were stretched out on a straw roof, smug after stealing the baker's bread. Best hiding spot ever, Whiskers purred. Yeah, Bruno chuckled. Nobody even knows we're up here. Whiskers flicked his tail toward the sky. Look at those fat clouds, just floating around. All fluff, no job. Bruno barked. Useless puffballs. We're smarter than them. The clouds rumbled. Excuse me? Boomed Nimbus the cloud. Cumulus the cloud puffed up angrily. Do you have any idea what we do all day? We carry water across the world. Whiskers laughed. Water carriers? Huh? More like big wet sponges. Bruno wagged his tail. And you're too slow to even catch us up here. The clouds exchanged looks. Patience, whispered Nimbus. They'll learn soon. But word spread. More cats and dogs scrambled up rooftops to join the fun. They meowed, barked, and teased the clouds endlessly. Hey, Nimbus, barked a little pup. Why are you so dark and grumpy? Did someone steal your dinner? And Cumulus, yowled a kitten. You're so puffy. You look like you ate all the cream. The clouds tried once more to be reasonable. Listen carefully, Cumulus warned. Without us, the rivers would dry, the trees would wither, and your very food would disappear. But Bruno rolled over laughing. You? Feed us? Don't make me howl. Whiskers licked his paw. You can't even chase a mouse. How could you chase us? That was the final straw. The clouds gathered together, grumbling louder and louder until thunder rolled. Ready? Nimbus asked. Ready, said Cumulus. And then, crack, boom, whoosh. Rain poured down in great sheets. The straw roofs turned slippery. Meow, screeched Whiskers as he slid. Woof! Help! Bruno barked, tumbling after him. Cats tumbled like fluffy raindrops. Dogs slid like muddy paw prints. The whole village saw them pouring off rooftops. Look, cried the baker, it's raining cats and dogs. In Old England, straw roofs were common. Cats and dogs often climbed onto them to rest or hide. During heavy storms, the rain could sweep them off. That's why people started saying, it's raining cats and dogs, to mean a wild, heavy downpour. Long ago, in a busy marketplace in medieval Europe, farmers came from miles away to sell animals and food. Among the most prized were piglets, small pigs that families could raise for meat. But there was a problem. Piglets were squeaky, wriggly, and very good at running away. So to keep them safe, farmers often carried them in cloth sacks. It was easier to hand them to a buyer this way, like carrying groceries in a bag today. In one corner of the market lived a sly merchant named Gregor. Gregor was clever, but not in a good way. Instead of working hard, he liked to trick people. One morning, Gregor whispered to himself, why sell piglets when I can sell cats? A piglet costs 10 silver coins, but a cat, almost nothing. If I hide a cat in the bag, the buyer won't know until it's too late. He tied up the sack tightly. Inside, the cat wriggled and meowed softly, but no one could see. At the marketplace that day, a girl named Lydia came with her father. Lydia loved the bustling market, the smells of bread, the clanging of coins, the clucking of chickens. She tugged her father's sleeve. Papa, may I choose the piglet this time, please? Her father smiled. All right, Lydia, but be careful. Choose wisely. They walked up to Gregor's stall. Gregor bowed and held up a sack. Strong, healthy piglet here, 10 silver coins. Just as Lydia reached for the bag, she heard a faint meow. Her eyes widened. Papa, piglets don't meow. Gregor turned red. Just a sneeze from the piglet, nothing unusual. But Lydia didn't believe him. She untied the bag quickly. With a sudden leap, out sprang a cat. The crowd gasped. Gregor's trick was revealed. People laughed. Others shouted angrily. He tried to cheat us! Look, he put a cat in the bag instead of a piglet. From that day on, people in the village would say, "Careful what secrets you hide, because sooner or later, someone will let the cat out of the bag." It became a saying that meant a hidden secret has been revealed. So where did the saying come from? And that is how the phrase, "let the cat out of the bag," was born. Today, we use it when someone accidentally or purposely reveals a secret. For example, we were planning a surprise party for Mom, but Sam let the cat out of the bag.
Guess what? The next story isn't from me. It's from a super cool writer. Her name's Aliyah Singh. She's in grade 3 at GIS, Bangalore. And her story? When the Seeds Had a Race. Sounds like fun already, right? Let's dive in.
The Smart Seed Race. The world was a vibrant tapestry of green, and in its heart bloomed a beautiful flower named Lily. Every morning, the warm, golden sun, who watched over all the garden, would greet Lily with a gentle smile. One day, the sun whispered to Lily, "My dear Lily, you have so many precious baby seeds, but the soil around you is small, and not all of them can grow here. You must choose which ones will get the soil." Lily loved all her baby seeds equally. How could she possibly choose? She thought and thought, until a clever idea bloomed in her petals. "I know," she exclaimed. "We'll have a race." She called out to her many little seeds, "My dearest darlings, I want to see who can go the farthest. Find your own special spot in the soil and show me how brave and strong you are." As soon as Lily finished speaking, some of the seeds, full of excitement, rushed headfirst into the soil. They burrowed deep, deep down, without stopping to think where they were going. But other seeds, like little Pip and Dot, paused for a moment. They looked around, felt the soil, and thought about the best place to settle. They didn't go too far inside, choosing their spot carefully. And then there were the seeds who simply copied their favorite siblings. "If they go there, I'll go there too," they chirped, following blindly, hoping for the best. Days turned into weeks, and soon, only a very few tiny green shoots poked through the soil, reaching for the sun. These were the seeds who had thought carefully. The seeds who had grown asked their mother, Lily, "What about our brothers and sisters?" "They did the same thing as us." Lily smiled gently. "They couldn't make it, even if they did the same thing as you," she explained. "Because everyone's life is different, my dears," Lily continued, "and each being needs to think for itself before it acts. So always think before you do anything. Smart work, not just hard work, is the only thing that can truly help you grow and get ahead in life."
So, smarty pants, when it rains next time, say, "It's raining cats and dogs." And if someone hides something you want to know, tell them to let the cat out of their bag. If you like this episode, let me know in the comments. And I might just spill the beans on more idioms next time. Because English may be confusing, but with stories, it's never boring.